MSTR is at a huge spot, guys. We did see the breakout pushing into last week, which we did expect, touching $400 in that zone. We're injecting back down overnight, immediately bouncing at the bottom and squeezing up. It does appear with this newfound bear trap, guys, we can retest these $440 and $500 levels and ultimately step up higher within this kind of month and a half of consolidation. That being said, guys, my name is Dylan from Dylan's Trades. Let's waste no time getting straight into this technical analysis breakdown, first stemming over on the weekly analysis. MSTR in the weekly analysis, guys, we have seen a couple of phases of nice run-ups, consolidation entering another breakout. We have seen this bull flag continuation. We've been keeping a close eye on this, guys. Nice strong move up. We enter the sideways moving channel. We break out. This channel initially took us to 178 to a peak of 543, giving a 200% round-up in price action. Stock price prints once again another flagpole-like structure, going sideways with the consolidation for around 5-6 months or so, breaking over the top. And we did set the price targets when we did break out, guys, $400, $440, and $500. But first and foremost, it does appear, guys, that we will finally see these upper price action levels being 440 and 500 being hit soon, guys. If we get a 50% retracement within this flagpole-like structure from the bottom to the top, we take that, that's roughly around 105% movement. If we take that to the breakout level, you see how that perfectly coincides with that psychological $500 level, guys. There is no randomness within these price targets, guys. $500 seems incredibly reasonable. And anything over 440, guys, we have a lot of upside potential. Notice how in the past, when we got over this phase, there's only one huge weekly wick. So arguably there's no resistance until 543 once crushed through 440. But $500 psychological level does line up with that price target and is a hard psychological level. The next biggest one outside of $100, guys. That being said, guys, let's zoom into the current candlesticks, knowing where we're at, right? We're in this breakout. We're moving in the right way up. We have been consolidating with this nice tight channel, and we have broken over this now. Let's zoom into this a little bit more. So as of now, on the weekly candlestick, we do have a hammer candle, which is an unorthodox candle in nature for a breakout, but it is a good sign for the bulls, meaning that at some point we did break out of this structure, guys, easing over, getting close, straight, breaking over with a strong body bar, little wick on top where the sellers did have some presence. But overall, within the next candle, guys, the sellers did push it down until ultimately the buyers squeezed price back up in a major spot, guys. When you see a big weekly wick like this, within this context, now we are in a weekly breakout, right? We did break out of this mini structure, has been consolidating for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks. And then we come right back down, bounce up the bottom. That's what we like to call a bear trap, guys, right? It's almost a little bit of a reverse, right? We get the breakout, everything's looking good, and then it squeezes down hard. Everyone's panicking. The sellers are getting ready. The buyers are panicking. And then we immediately hit an area of value and 180, guys. These kind of setups over the years always perform well, especially in these high-flying stocks. So looking at the weekly analysis, guys, any candlestick really over this high, being around that 408, we should see a massive squeeze up, being that all these short sellers within this area, once they get out of their position, that's going to squeeze stock price higher and add new buyers into the market. We currently are holding over $400, only $2 above, but that does look good, guys. We've kept an eye on $400 on the channel for so long. When we initially dropped that over here, notice how we stayed under that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 weeks. On the weekly analysis, guys, this looks great. It does appear that this nice tight consolidation after this overall macro perspective bull flag continuation will continue to rise to these upper price action levels, guys. Sometimes you get new data and things take longer than expected. Honestly, over here, guys, back around, about a month ago, we were set to reach these price targets higher, but new data has occurred, guys. Stock price and buyers and sellers have been battling, entering this tight squeeze, and now we're officially breaking out with a retest, which is always nice to see, guys. Always nice to see. So looking at the weekly analysis, guys, we do expect stock price to continue to surge, especially if we close above this weekly wick being 408. Should see a massive wide bar, potentially in the next candle, guys, really emphasizing this next movement in stock price. Guys, on the daily analysis, we get a really good perspective of that breakout into potentially the bull trap, guys. The bulls are really getting ready for this next cycle, this next big movement. Does get shut down early. Notice how we immediately bounce on this ascending trend line from this breakout. Really just a beautiful setup, guys. So that is established first and foremost. And the second biggest thing we're looking on the daily, guys, is obviously we have these two big body bars. These big body bars where a lot is going on in the day, guys. These give us a lot of data. Such a simple technical analysis technique. If you long-term traders know this, guys. The fundamentals work, point blank and period. So setting these two big body bars in this rough region with this newfound descending resistance, which we will make a little bit bigger for you guys so you can get a bigger establishment, having 1, 2, and 3 touch points, now 4, 5. This is definitely the last line in the sand, guys, where if we get this strong close over 408, over this wick, this daily candle wick right here, being this one right over 408, guys, we should really be able to get that momentum to test this other high over here at 430.35. And even if we hang around, guys, I really feel it's a good spot for the buyers here. Because, of course, we did have this, right, fake breakout. Not even fake, just testing the zone, right, which we did expect. We said in the last video about a 70 to 75% chance at this level to test the zone. We did go and test that, immediately rejecting overnight. But just, I can't get over how beautiful of a bounce this is, guys. Because even if stock price simmers around, it can go sideways and then, boom, get the breakout, reminiscent of the hourly consolidation. So you got to feel good here as a buyer because stock price can, in theory, kind of, pull down a little bit, a couple percent, 5, 6%, and still have a reversal. But from the bear's point of view, I think it's a tough spot for you guys because if we get this hard close over here, you could see a very, very short-term, quick movement up, leading in the new bull cycle, as we have really just been in a range, guys, right? Over the last, really since May, right? Really just chopping around, some decent movement, but it definitely does appear, guys, that with this fake breakout rebounds, boom, over the top, seems inevitable. Once we close over these candle wicks, guys, breaking this descending resistance, moving down, and this big $400 meaty zone, it really is a double break within a resistance spot, giving us a lot of short-term momentum to have that nice squeeze up. And there has been a lot of buyers on the sidelines, guys. 100%. MicroStrategy is a stock with a lot of bullish sentiment. So I truly do believe that we're finally seeing a wake up and a close over these highs. It definitely can give that next cycle run up, which I know a lot of investors have been waiting for, being that MicroStrategy is a huge stock what people are talking about, guys. So first and foremost, on the daily analysis, we do realize we are in this big resistance zone, being this descending trend line, and this resistance zone over here with this 2 daily wide bar wicks at the top. But overall, guys, seeing the psychology within these candle constructs, we are in the breakout, breaking over this area of value. It does appear we will get that breakout soon. On the hourly candlesticks, guys, we mentioned within the last video, stock price did surge over the structure. On the hourly, we were coming down and testing it. We're holding it for about 8 hours or so. We did bounce right up. Had this newfound ascending trend line. We kind of just rode this to the top, guys. We squeezed up. We came right back down to that. Bounce, huge run up, hard knife down overnight. Really looking pretty shaky here, guys. Not what you want to see from a buyer point of view. We're finally entering this, month and a half consolidation. We completely revert. But then the second we touch this ascending support line, we immediately skyrocket up, squeezing out any short sellers. For the short sellers who are in this position, guys, their stop loss is right above these highs. I can't preface how important this is. Once we squeeze over these highs, guys, smart bears will know there's all this upside to be had all the way from 440 down to 400. This is a big movement, guys. It's about a 10% movement. So if we do close above that, guys, we will see a lot of short sellers liquidate up the position, setting stock price higher, with new buyers getting, potentially giving that FOMO-like effect. Really got to love the liquidity we've seen immediately surge back within the market. With that being said, there is a world, once again, maybe we take a few days to kind of marinate. We have a very nice flagpole-like structure, a sharp movement up, with a lot of liquidity. It is pretty common, especially under this area of value here, guys, being this red box resistance and this descending trend line, that maybe we do see a bull flag of some reminiscence. A lot of these stocks are setting up within this pattern as of now. So it would make sense. Maybe market goes sideways a little bit on the hourly, form a nice tight structure, break out over the top, squeeze out, boom. I definitely feel there's a very high probability, guys, we do break over this. I would rate it as of now, within the next week or two. We do have to look at Bitcoin, guys. This will have a part to play with it. But I would say as of now, there's about an 80% chance to eventually break over the top of this, really leading into these upper price action levels, guys. Gotta love what you're seeing. We're getting a multi-time frame analysis, so sending back to the weekly, to the daily, to the hourly. So things look great, man. And even if we do pull back, we still can set a higher low to move up higher. So we'll continue to follow this on the hourly, guys. We don't want to overanalyze this as of now, so we don't have too much candle strong constructs. With that being said, let's go jump over to Bitcoin, guys. We got to check out Bitcoin. It's going to be a huge factor, and Bitcoin does appear to be getting the breakout as of now. right? We have seen a couple fake breakouts over the last few days, so we want to tread with caution. But when we zoom out, guys, Bitcoin is really, it's simple. Let's keep it on the weekly, all right? We see this nice bull flag-like structure, continuation, just like MicroStrategy, a sharp movement up. Stock goes sideways into this consolidation, breaking out from around 55K, pushing as high as 110. We enter another bull flag, this one more sloping, just like MicroStrategy. It's not a coincidence, guys. A break over the top of this trend line, and boom. Now we've been consolidating at these previous highs, building another tight, not tight, but we have this flag horizontal structure, guys. Being this very, very clear descending resistance, sloping down with 1 daily, 2 daily, 3, 4, 5 touch points, 6, 7. And now we have a bullish engulfing wide bar pressing out, right? So we want to see stock price hold over these highs on Bitcoin, guys, over around 108,600. We will keep an eye on this, but it definitely appears as of now we're setting a higher low to press out of this nice structure. Not super tight, guys. Not like we're, in this very, very tight pinch on Bitcoin. It's not that kind of a setup where we're, within this kind of constraint. We get to the end, we have to make a movement. But we are in this pretty bullish channel, guys, and we have set a lot of nice, bullish signs, flipping bullish here and then consolidating for about a week. So we have about a week of energy buildup right beneath this channel showing bullish divergence with this strong body bar. It circles right back to MicroStrategy, guys. Stock price really looks good from Bitcoin perspective. MicroStrategy looks really, really good, man. And if Bitcoin does confirm over those highs, we can see another couple months of price action continuation, which will help MicroStrategy get that next bull cycle, guys. With that being said, hope you guys found some value. I know we stayed pretty stagnant and neutral on, MicroStrategy over the last month or two. And we've been right? Stock price hasn't really shown a lot, but we're getting almost every single technical indication that we can see a breakout very, very soon. That being said, guys, my name is Dylan. Once again, if you found any value, drop a sub, drop a like for more of these kind of updates. Hope you guys have a good day, man. Take care and trade smart. And peace.